All right. Well, as you guys know who've been following the channel, this is primarily a boxing channel. And I don't usually talk about politics or I don't usually talk about social issues that much. But um, something's been bothering me that's going on right now in the news. And obviously, if you do follow the news, you do follow politics, I'm sure most of you guys are aware of the Judge Kavanaugh situation, and Donald Trump has nominated him to the U.S. Supreme Court to be a U.S. Supreme Court justice. And right now he's involved in some controversy because he's been accused of sexual assault on two occasions when he was both instances alleged to have happened when he was a teenager, 17 years old. Dr. Blasey Ford had said that Brett Kavanaugh held her down in a college dorm room with witnesses there and attempted to rape her, but he was stopped because one of the witnesses there, I believe she said, pushed him off her. And also another person came out. Another incident was Deborah Ramirez, who said that Kavanaugh was drunk in a college dorm room and exposed himself and put his penis in front of her face. And supposedly she alleged that there were witnesses there as well. So Judge Brett Kavanaugh vehemently denies both incidents occurred, but there are people out there right now who automatically are believing these women and saying that he's guilty without an investigation being done. And again, we all are aware of what's going on right now with the Me Too movement, and we have to be sensitive to these women who come out years later, because it's not always easy to come out when these incidents happen. And if you have never been in a situation like that, it's hard to put yourself in that situation if you've never been there and comment on it and ask why did they take so long to come out, because it's hard for children and for women who are being intimidated, who are frightened, who are having powerful people or stronger people impose their will on them. It's traumatizing, and unless you've been through it, and I've never been through it, so it's hard for us to probably fathom what they're going through and understand that. So we have to be sensitive to the fact that they come out years later and hold it all in, because it is a very traumatic experience and it's a very sensitive issue. And I understand all of that. But the problem I have is when you hear people like Joy Behar on The View saying, well, I think he probably did it, without an investigation being done. When you hear U.S. senators coming out, Kirsten Gillibrand and Mazie Hirono, basically saying that he did it and he should just shut up and accept what's going on. He has no right to defend himself. That's a problem. That's a problem. And especially now, because both of these women have mentioned people that were there, and the people that were there were contacted and they were asked if they remembered anything, and no one can recall either one of those incidences happening. So if it can't be proven that it happened, and I'm not saying it did or it didn't, but this Judge Brett Kavanaugh has the right to a presumption of innocence, before proven guilty. And if he's proven guilty, then obviously he should not be nominated. But is there a way of really knowing if no one can corroborate the story? The stories can't be corroborated. So how how do they find this out? And then, the FBI already did background checks on Judge Brett Kavanaugh. So how do we figure out and what's the process? Obviously, there's going to be a hearing. Dr. Blasey Ford is supposed to be, has agreed supposedly, and she's supposed to be interviewed by the committee. And it seems as though the Republican side, who obviously are for the judge, they're on his side. They want to ask questions, but the Democrats don't want to ask him any questions. Seems as though they want to they feel as though he shouldn't be nominated. He should be disqualified from being nominated to the Supreme Court based off these allegations without an investigation even being done. So that, whether you're Republican or Democrat, I'm not saying, I'm not taking a side here, but if you don't even want to investigate the guy and you just want him to be disqualified from his nomination just because of the allegations, and again, I'm not saying they're true or they're not true, but there still has to be an investigation. There has to be questions to be asked. These stories have to be corroborated, and if they're not corroborated, like what is supposed to be done? Like, do we just? So in other words, you or I can be in a situation where we're accused of something and we didn't do it. We know we didn't do it, and we're just supposed to not defend ourselves. Like, we're just supposed to accept it. So basically, now any woman, it seems, going by with Joy Behar and these two senators are saying, any woman can automatically just accuse a man of anything, and that man is guilty no matter what. But it's just so hypocritical that the woman who basically spawned the Me Too movement, who was one of the first cases, or probably the first case, because we all know about the Harvey Weinstein situation, actress Asia Argento, was accused of sexual harassment of the young actor who was underage, Jimmy Bennett. And they, Anthony Bourdain, her husband, paid this young man hush money. But now, everyone's giving this Argento woman the benefit of the doubt, and no one's really criticizing her or jumping all over her because she denied it. And there's proof of the funds being paid to this young man. I mean, he was paid money for something, hush money for something. Obviously, they wanted to keep the story on the down low, but she's supposed to be presumed innocent until an investigation can be done. So automatically, she gets the benefit of the doubt, but this judge does not. So this is more than just politics. Obviously, it seems as though this is being politicized. And to be quite frank, and I know this isn't the politically correct thing to say, but it seems as though, what started out as something that was very, very important and very positive, a good thing, this Me Too movement, now it seems as though some people are weaponizing it and politicizing it. So now it seems as though we're at a point where there's a lot of people out there that just believe that no matter what a woman says, she's automatically right. And if the man denies it, doesn't matter. Just because she says it, that's it. He's guilty. There's no due process anymore. So that's an issue. And that's something I think we all have to be concerned about, not just from a political standpoint, but just from a legal standpoint. Because these senators, most of them are lawyers. They're all lawmakers. And for them to take a stance like that, that's a problem. These people are supposed to respect and understand that, due process and how the judicial system works, because they are lawmakers themselves. And they're supposed to, uphold and create laws for us, to protect us. So how are we protected as citizens if we're guilty based off of allegations and assumptions. And we have no right to defend ourselves, even if we didn't do something. We have to look at this. And this is a problem. This is really a problem. Okay. So and this is troubling to me. And it really set me off last week when I was, on YouTube, and I clicked on the video with Joy Behar saying, well, he probably did it anyway. Just randomly said that. That really made me think, is this the culture we're in right now, where laws don't matter, evidence doesn't matter, anyone can say anything that about you, and automatically it's supposed to be infinite, that there's no way you can defend yourself even if you didn't do something. Anyone can just say that, and that's it. So that's a scary thing, guys. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about that, but to me, that's disturbing, and I think it's a problem. And I think that we need to really think about this and really change our mindset and our thought process about that. Well, not me. I mean, people who are taking that stance that no matter what, if someone's accused, they're automatically guilty of sexual assault or sexual misconduct without an investigation being done. I mean, to just put yourself in that same situation, guys. And I don't think that you'd feel as though you would be treated fairly. So why would you want someone else to be, under those circumstances where they're presumed guilty before even being investigated? That's not right. So let me know what you guys think, man. That's all I got for now. But till next time, Beaver's out. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great one. And let me know what you think, man. Are you guys down with this presumption of guilt without, any evidence, without any merit? Really? I'm not saying that in this case in particular that he's innocent, but I don't want to say he's guilty either without hearing all of the information and all the facts. And if no evidence can be presented and there's no way of really knowing, then is he guilty just because? That's a problem, man. That's a problem. So let me know what you guys think. Beaver's out. Till next time. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.